Evening, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. Me and Craig doing something of a, well, it's not really impromptu because we did talk about it earlier on in the week. But we were going to do it at different points, but different things were happening. And then Craig got in touch and asked if I was doing anything tonight. And I was like, no. So I thought we'd do a couple of live reviews from the latest Beer 52 box, which is the Can of the Year box that they've released, even though it's April. But yeah, and some would say it's missing some fairly notable breweries, but it must be a little self-contained sort of thing they're doing just for Beer 50. I don't know. I'm not sure about the whole part of it. But yeah, so we're going to be reviewing two beers, I should say. But before we get into that, a big thank you to Craig for joining me tonight and actually coming up with the idea of doing it tonight. So how are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, not bad. I popped out to watch a soccer game to our American friends who probably not watching. So yeah, I was just catching up with friends and had a couple of free beers and just thought, yeah, little one's asleep. So like, yeah, do these. Fancy another beer. Come home fairly soon after the game. So yeah, that's it. All good.
Sounds good to me. So the two beers that we're doing tonight, which by the way, I will update all the information in the description box and that sort of thing after I've done it, after it's been finished. But the two beers are the Northern Monk Patrons Project 5.02, which is a collaboration between Ricky Lightfoot and Helvellyn in the Lake District. I love how they've credited Helvellyn. I think that's a really cool little nod to one of the loveliest parts of England, the Lake District in Cumbria.
Great artwork. Well, great artwork. Great photo.
Stunning. Yeah, stunning photography. I think it's the photography, the same guy who did the photograph of the plane wreckage.
Right. Yeah, in Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that guy who does it, but absolutely gorgeous, beautiful view. And then you've got Ricky Lightfoot doing what he does best.
Yeah.
Quite funny how he's named Lightfoot and he's a runner.
And I've actually got the can here of the 5.01 that I had probably last year. And this is the Striding Edge, Ricky Lightfoot, light IPA Striding Edge. This is the same kind of, same guy running at least. So, there you go.
It's funny how he's called Lightfoot and he's a runner.
Well,
I mean, is that his Christian name? I don't know. Or is that just a stage name?
I think maybe he's light on his feet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, never know. But yeah, so this is described as a light IPA, clocking in at 5% ABV in a 330ml can.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike the other Patrons Project beers, the label doesn't pull off to reveal information about the like Ricky Lightfoot himself or the photographer or anything to do with the beer. Mm-hmm. But it does peel off. So label collectors, there you go. But
I mean,
yeah, Northern Monk.
This beer was first put on Untapped on the 22nd of April 2017. So I'm not sure if the original batch actually peeled off or not. It probably did. I don't know. I've not had this one before, so.
Yeah, and the best before date on my can is I don't know if that's a 3 or an 8.
I reckon it's a 3. It's the same. It's going to be
the 13th of September 2018.
Yeah.
And yeah, so very quickly before we get into that one, because I think we're going to start with that. The second beer that we will be having tonight is one that just sounds absolutely phenomenal, just what it is. And it's from Fallen Brewing, who I've seen their beers loads, but never pulled the trigger for whatever reason. And this is the Choo Choo, which is described as a salted caramel milk stout. And this is, well, I'll read the description about that when we get into it. But yeah, salted caramel milk stout sounds absolutely fantastic.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I'm a fan of Northern Monk, the beers that I've had. I need to play catch up a lot though with the brewery, as with like 97% of the world's breweries. Well, probably higher than that.
Shit.
But yeah, the first Patrons Project beer that I had was that Victorian lemonade that they did.
Right. Yeah.
Which was really nice and intriguing.
I mean, I've had a few of their. I mean, they produced. I think they're up to number 9.0 whatever now, probably more. But I've probably had half a dozen, maybe 8 to 10, maybe out of. There's so many though.
Yeah, there is, and then they've got all their other sort of collaboration beers and limited run beers that they do, and of course the core range. So they're pumping out quite a lot of beer, has to be said. But I don't know about you, but my can was very, very active.
Indeed,
So
I was going to say that, and
quite a lot of foam.
Yours has had a day or so to settle more than mine. I only got mine yesterday, but it's still pretty. Well, as soon as I cracked it, it went everywhere. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a gushing of foam as it came out then.
Which is fine, but yeah, that's anyway.
That's what she said. Go to the doctor then. Get that sorted. But yeah, lovely, dense looking beer, and I can't get decent lighting at all. But yeah, it's not like a really bright looking beer. It's got that sort of like slight murky, almost. How would you describe that without just sounding like it looks like a New England hazy pale ale?
It does in this light. But I'll just put the side light on. It's like, yeah, look at that. And it's probably because it's just illuminating in the light, so it's probably not a true kind of representation of what it actually.
Yeah, exactly. But it does look dark, but bright at the same time.
It's just, I mean, it is dark. It's probably of a kind of a 3/4 haze, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's got a sort of like peach, sort of like dense peachiness to it.
Yeah, orangey, mango, whatever, pineapple. Yeah. That kind of look to it.
Yeah, we all know these sorts of beers now.
Yeah,
but it certainly looks nice and chewy and almost thick as well when it's in the glass. But yeah. When the head settles, I've got about one finger's worth of a nice, creamy, foamy head with a mixture of smaller, compact bubbles and then some bigger bubbles on the outside.
Have you poured all the can into your glass?
No, not yet.
It's worth taking a nose from the can. It's quite strong.
Yeah, it's a lot stronger coming out of the can.
Getting like a pineapple, as we've already said, that kind of mango.
It's got that sort of like fruit yogurt sort of aroma to it.
Yeah, it's got that kind of I don't know, mango kind of mousse kind of.
Oh yeah,
sort of
I know what you mean.
Very tropical,
but it looks great. So when I get a proper smell of it. I don't know about you, but the head, it's got sort of like a yellow tinge to it.
Yeah, it's not pure white. There's definitely
no. It's got a unique little orange tinge to it.
Yeah, quite tight head on this one, but definitely a yogurty, peachy.
Yeah, definitely yogurt. Peach yogurt all the way. Reminds me of those like kids yogurts that you get like in a little tiny like 6-packs where there's like 2 of one flavour, 2 of the other.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds you of, but it's lovely and gentle.
Yeah,
it's not really.
Yeah, my daughter would love the smell of that.
Oh yeah.
She'd never drink it, of course, but just put it out
there. I would never feed my child.
No.
This beer. But yeah, really nice and sweet.
Sweet, yeah, there's a nice sweet edge.
Not really too resiny or bitter. You get those like
Yeah.
classic citrus fruits in there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of kind of that juicy orange thing going on. But yeah, I'm definitely getting more of that kind of a yogurt, smooth, like smoothie kind of thing going on. Smells lush.
Yeah, definitely. It does indeed. So before we get into it, I'll quickly answer the comments that we've got. So first comment's from Aussie Brew, who says, "Hi guys, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing okay." And then it's Mr. Tangelo himself, Joe from the Beer Patrol.
We have a troll. We have a troll in the house. Yes.
Yeah, the troll can get more viewers than any other beer channel. Even though he's only just started.
Is that yellow? Is that yellow enough? Is that better? Chernobyl juice or whatever.
Juice. But yeah, he says the head is as yellow as Craig's lighting.
There you go.
Indeed. How you doing, Joe? Hope you're doing okay.
Hey, dear mate. You all right?
But yeah, it smells really good. Looks great. I think we better tuck into it.
Indeed.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Cheers, viewers. All two of them.
Exactly. It's not as bright or as fruity as it smells.
It's got a great mouthfeel.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the thing that hits me.
5% beer.
That's nice, smooth.
That's got a lovely, thick, smooth mouthfeel.
It's actually, it's quite a bit of body to it, considering it's only 5%.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what we do over here in the UK. It's kind of like for these IPA things and whatnot. But yeah, this is really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that sort of like yogurty sort of velvetiness to it. I think I'm just instantly going to that flavor profile because that's what I got right at the start. But
yeah,
it's just a lovely. It's not like one of these really in your face.
No,
like fruit.
It's quite delicate. It's got a nice. I'm picking up like an orange fruit pastel edge.
Oh yeah, it's because it's got that very subtle tanginess, like the sort of sugar you get on the sort of fruit pastels and stuff.
That's nice.
It's really nice.
I like the aroma.
Really nice and gentle.
It's marrying up quite well. Sometimes you get these aromas of beers. You go, that smells amazing. And it's like, then you taste it, and it's like, well, where's this? Where's that? And you're trying to link it all in together, and vice versa as well. Sometimes the aromas are like, nothing to that. You taste, and it's like, wow, where's the aroma with this take?
I mean, I will agree with you to an extent, but I think the nose does promise a little bit more. Just a little bit more than what the actual flavour delivers. But it's not like...
Not much in it.
You don't drink it and go, oh, that's it. You drink it and it's still nice and fruity.
That's cool. It's nice. I mean, I've heard some people say a lot of their beers are very similar, especially the darker beers that this brewery does, Northern Monk, out of Leeds. And I certainly don't get it with their paler ales. They can be really quite contrasty.
Yeah.
But then again, I've not had all of their. I don't live near the brewery to get all of their beers that they bring out. So there's certainly
exactly.
This is certainly a very pleasant drinking beer. You're not picking up the ABV, of course, like you don't with these kind of beers. I mean, this is drinking like a double IPA, really, but with the same kind.
But without
without the ABV.
Yeah, it's definitely got that bolder body.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, when you pour it all into, look at all that. I don't know how well that's picking up, but lovely little globs in the bottom of the glass when it's all in there.
As Joe's just mentioned, do you get any Tangelo?
Tangelo. Well, I've not had Tangelo yet, Joe.
No,
You're the Tangelo expert.
Indeed. So,
by the sounds of it, it'd be right up my alley. Oh, excuse me. And we've got Rod in the chat as well. Rod J. Beer Ventures.
Hello.
How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I tell you what, it gets a bit more chalky when you pour the rest of it into the
Right.
the glass. Almost has a sort of like a luminescent edge to it when you do that.
Perhaps it's, I don't know. Perhaps they're striding towards the Illuminati. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, it's got any excuse for a joke. It's got that sort of like if there's ever such a thing as a peach custard.
Yeah. I mean, this is exaggerated with the light, but I just thought I'd make it even more yellow for Joe.
It even gets a little bit more creamier once you've got all the bits and bobs in.
It smells smooth. It really does sell smooth. It smells smooth. I've had no beers today.
No, it's been completely dry today.
Yeah, it's been dry. It's nice.
It's creamier now that it's all in there. I'm really surprised at how like creamy that is.
It's got a great body to it. It really has.
Yeah.
I'll probably say upper end of medium, which you don't always get for a 5% beer.
No, you don't. Not at all.
But then you get beers that are like you expect more, and then you get less. It's like sometimes a medium or a lower end of medium body for like say a 7, 8, 9%. So sometimes it's a really well made beer. It's not too bitter. There's no IBU count on this beer or anything like that.
See, the thing I find with like a lot of the more hazier sort of New England style IPAs are really bold and in your face. Yeah, they're tasty, but you can't really drink too many at once because it can get a little bit overwhelming. This, however,
yeah, I mean, this is very low in that kind of acidity you get.
I could session the shit out of this.
Oh yeah, you'd be quite happy to drink this for a while. I don't know when this was canned, so I'd imagine it's fairly fresh, but there's no kind of harshness or greenness or whatever that's supposed to be. Some beers don't have it, and I don't think I've ever had a problem. Maybe one beer I've had that with their patrons project. I can't remember which one it was now, but yeah, I had it once, and I literally couldn't drink it. It was too harsh for me. But then I had a skinful before that, of course. But yeah, it was just one of them beers that just stopped me in my tracks. So
sorry about that. I was getting shouted.
No sense whatsoever.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. You're very kind. No one else does.
You're very welcome. I understand you, Craig. It's fine.
Poor you.
But yeah, I'm very, very impressed with that actually.
Really good. It's getting better as it's going along. Sometimes a beer does that. It's like you start it off, you do a review, and then you think, actually, I gave her a score, and then it's actually better than that. I think that's the kind of the advantage of doing a live thing. That it's going to be a bit longer, kind of thing. So you get that advantage, unless you edit the hell out of it, of course, like jump cuts, like some people do, which is also fine. But I just like doing that initial. So yeah, this is a really good beer. I'm not going to rate it on this because I'm going to actually review it as well after. So, what would you give it? Are you going to do a review after or whatever?
I don't know because I don't think that's going to last.
No, that's the problem, and I'm looking at it thinking, Jesus, I'm not going to. Right, put it out the way. I can't see it now. Okay, done.
Yeah, I need to stop drinking that. If I've got any hopes of doing a review of that on its own, even though I'm not sure if it's even worth it since it's on the channel anyway. But yeah, out of a rating, see, I tend to be quite generous when it comes to my ratings. I've found
generous. You're very generous.
Yeah, generous. Yeah. See, I can't pick out any negative aspects to it. There's nothing in that beer that I can say, oh, I love it, except this. The only thing, and it's not even a proper gripe, is it doesn't taste as fruity, like just a mishmash of fruits, as the nose would suggest. But I'm not let down at all. by what you do get in terms of flavour, because it's still all there. It's just, it's not like muted as if they've not hopped it enough or taken it as far as they can go. I think what they've got in that can is what they wanted to produce.
It's better than the 5.01, I'd say. This has got a little bit more going on for me, for my palate, of course. It depends where you are with IPAs and your own personal journey, kind of thing. But the only disappointment with this beer for me is I've only got one can.
Exactly.
If I'd have had another can, I'd be like, yeah, this is like, yeah, baby, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's a good beer. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you see it, go out and get it.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Do what you can to pick up. Do what you can to pick up that can. It is off beer. It is a really, really nice, lovely, lovely beer. So it's another 10 out of 10 from me. What can I say? I can't pick out. The only way it couldn't get points knocked off is if I was to have other beers right now to directly compare it to.
That's the thing. I mean, it depends where you are with this haze craze as well. I mean, it's certainly up there. I shall say that.
It's definitely at this point my favourite out of the box that I've had so far.
Oh wow, right, okay, wow, that's good. Because there's one that you had the other night that
see now.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. And this next
exactly. So at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, that is the best can out of the Beer 52's can of the year.
Right.
But all can change in the blink of an eye. So we're moving on.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go through the comments because we've been trolled?
Good idea. Keep the professionalism up. So, all kidding aside, they are actually quite tasty, and considering like grapefruit, you dig them. I'll definitely have to see if there's anyone in UK that stocks Tangelos because they sound really genuinely juicy.
It's tangible.
And then tangible. Someone should make a compilation of all the Craigisms.
Well, no, please don't. It's not worth it.
No, okay. Let's not put them on the spot. Okay, so is this one big review conspiracy? Is this review one big conspiracy? I can't remember what that's in relation to now. And he also says, never yellow enough, Craig.
Yeah. It's not the lighting, it's just, this is my liver. It's just fucked.
Yeah. 5% beer plus higher side of medium body equals still too thin for Paul. I think so. I think this would be still too thin for Paul. If it doesn't come out in one solid lump into the glass,
nice,
then it's too thin. And then, in all honesty, though, how often do either of you session a beer? I say that all the time and probably will continue to do so, but none of us rarely session any one beer. Am I right?
I had 2 pints of Guinness Golden Ale earlier. That's about the limit of my session ability.
Okay. So, I think the closest thing I come to actually sessioning a beer would be Elvis juice. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, you get 4 cans, yeah.
And speaking of Elvis juice, Joe says we need to do a live trio review of some Elvis juice.
Sounds good.
I'm not shouting sums. I'm not American. And then
potentially next weekend I could have a free couple of days. So
yeah,
I don't know what you're at.
I'm off work from Saturday coming up until the following Saturday.
Yeah, I could do Saturday.
So that's Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to try and do.
We'll talk
about that. Yeah. Okay. Then Joe says it was related to the Illuminati. The beer needs consistency of yogurt. It's damn close. It's damn close. To be honest. for a 5% ABV beer. And then
Hey.
legend himself, Terry, from Terry's Quick Beer Reviews, says, hello, guys. 2 live reviews in a short time. You must be bored, LOL. Gives you something interesting to watch on a crappy Sunday night.
Yeah, it's not much else to do.
You might want to watch something else then, Terry, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, there's always... Telly's worse, so come on.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's always Mrs. Marple or...
Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the best comedy ever.
It's brilliant.
Said no one.
I love it. There you go. That's just me.
I don't know. I just could never get into it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I can't.
You're joking.
No, I just can't get into Mrs. Brown. But
Okay.
It sounds odd when you say you can't get into Mrs. Brown's Boys, but
well,
you know what I'm talking about.
That's just you. I mean,
that's just me. That's on me. But yeah, nice bit of Midsummer Murders on Quest or whatever the repeat channel is called.
Is that still going? Oh, it's repeat. Okay.
I think so. I think they have, but they're with a different detective now. I don't know.
It's a bit early for the rerun.
That's true. Imagine Taggart and then Rebus and all the same 5 crime shows just repeated on the same 5 repeating drama crime channels.
Yeah.
Got a lot of TV. But yeah, anyway, thank you for joining us, Terry.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. And
exactly. Good train beer.
Exactly. Where's Rob taking a photo of that on the floor of the platform? I actually want to see Rob taking a photo of the cans when he's actually the can is on the floor.
Yeah.
Right next to the ledge. It's like I want to see people walking past as he's like crouched down, taking a photo of a can of beer in a busy train station.
The weird thing is they don't have this in Leeds in Head of Steam.
I don't even know what.
No, well, a few people might, but don't worry.
Okay.
It's okay. It's another shitty joke. Don't worry.
It doesn't take a lot for something to go over my head, to be honest. But just before we get into Choo Choo, Joe says, in quotation marks, I can't get into Mrs. Brown's Boys. Peter, sounds something like Greg would say. Very true.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the least said about that, the better.
Greg would love that series, because that's right up his kind of horrible, fantastic humour.
Yeah, I think so. I think Greg would like that.
You would like that. But I don't know. You probably get it somewhere. I don't know. Google it.
Yeah, I'd imagine like BBC America would show it or something.
I don't know. I have no idea how it works, but yeah.
No. But
anyway.
Hey, if you like it, you like it.
Indeed.
That's all we'll say. But yeah, so the next beer from Fallen Brewing, who I've never had any of their beers before. Mm-hmm. It's got to be said.
I had this once.
Oh yeah, was that on tap?
Yeah, I had it on tap in 2016 when I first went to Leeds and first met Stuart. Funnily enough, I had it at the Saltaire Beer Festival in September of 2016. Yeah. I actually combined. I didn't know it was on. I just went. So I went to the Leeds International Beer Fest, and I can't remember. I think I'd done 2 sessions, and then the Saturday, I think I'd done 3 sessions, and then the Saturday we had 3, and it was like, oh, let's go here. So I thought I was going to go around Leeds. I just went with the flow, and then let's go here, and it was absolutely fantastic. Really nice sunny day. Had a few beers on tap. They had the triple chocolate stout from Saltaire on cask, was like banging. And then they had this as well on tap. I've never heard the brewery up until that day, and then they did quite a few beers now. They probably do a dozen or so beers, maybe not that many, but say maximum a dozen. And this is the only one I've had before, and we're going to do it now. So
exactly. So it's a first in 2 ways for both of us. But yeah. So this is salted caramel milk stout. I love salted caramel.
Yeah, they're out of Stirlingshire in Scotland.
Okay, so Scottish brewery.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure Danny has reviewed a few of their beers. Sofa King Drunk 66.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 6% ABV. Excuse me. 100% natural. And let's see, does it give away any information about the beer itself? No, it says a sweet, briny, chewy troublemaker brewed with dark Belgian candy syrup, lactose, and salt. Try it alongside a nip of your favourite lightly peated whiskey.
Yeah, that's what's on Untapped pretty much, and then the malts are Marisota, Crystal, Flaked Oats, Caffrey Special Free, whatever that is. Malts, I guess, and then the hops are East Kent Goldens. Oh, my neck of the woods. So there you go.
Nice. East Kent represent.
Yeah, there you go. Weird.
That's another beer T-shirt. That'd be good. Oh,
hopefully it doesn't go everywhere.
That is a full pour.
Full Pure. That's another brewery.
Full. Which, by the way, had one of the best cans in the box.
Right.
Just so you know.
Going to a tap takeover Friday with them.
Ooh,
and that's going to be one of. That's going to be one of them. So.
Still need to try Juice Box.
That's just one of their best core range beers. Looks great in the glass. I'm only half of the can. But,
yeah, another active beer though. For me, anyway.
Not too bad. It's not as bad as the first one on the first crack of the can. It didn't come up through the can, but yeah, it's got a nice rubiness at the bottom of the glass in this kind of light for me.
Yeah, it's not jet black by any stretch, but it's got that sort of like dark sort of oakiness to it, or like varnished oak.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely see those sort of like slight ruby tones around the rim of the glass. But yeah, that looks absolutely lovely. Poured with about one finger's worth of a slightly beige, creamy-looking head.
Mm-hmm. Very, very tightly packed bubbles.
Oh yeah.
No.
So let's get a whiff. Ooh.
Big caramel notes for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which I assume is that
that Belgian,
the Caffrey Special Free, which I presume is something to do with caramel rather than caramalts. I don't know if it's might be a relation. I have no idea.
Could be. I'm not sure. There's so many new sorts of hybrids and variations of malts and hops now.
I'm guessing it's in that kind of malt family. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not a brewer, so I'm sure someone will let you know, Harry or someone, or whoever's watching.
I tell you what, though, that is a lovely smelling beer.
It's not over the top. It's very subtle.
It's not. It's really inviting. That's what I want to say. I almost get like a sticky toffee pudding sort of vibe off it. It's very desserty, like a dense, cakey, sort of like hot fudge.
I'm getting like a slight creme brulee, like a slight brown sugar kind of sweetness.
Yeah,
but not like a creme brulee, but yeah, that brown sugar, but not burnt.
Yeah, it's slightly sort of like scorched.
Yeah, not
to the point where it's like black and bitter.
Yeah, not burnt or nothing.
Oh,
Quite sweet.
Yeah, it's really quite a sweet beer.
It's
got brownies almost.
I think the lactose have probably helped with that.
Oh yeah,
on the aroma, I guess. Yeah, is it lactose?
There is lactose in there, I think.
I'm sure I read that.
Yeah, lactose and dark Belgian
and Hebridean sea salt, which is
Hebridean sea salt,
which is the up on the islands of Scotland, or the Western Isles.
Sounds like a womble. Hebridean. Sorry, Sorry to any Scottish people watching if that offended.
Yeah, sorry, James.
Yeah, sorry, James. Sorry, Danny. Other Scottish people are available.
Are available.
Oh, that smells lovely.
It's lush. It smells lush.
Yeah.
You ready?
It smells great. Yeah.
Cheers.
And cheers, guys.
Cheers, viewers. Cheers, trolls. I haven't even got to the beer yet. I'm too busy mucking around.
I need another sip anyway. It's a little bit more toned down than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'll let you have your say, and then
First of all,
as it's your channel, you know what I mean. No, it's like
yeah, exactly. But yeah, no worries. It's got a lovely body to it. It actually feels a little bit lighter than the light IPA that we've just done, but it's definitely got that sort of like semi-skimmed milk feel to it.
I mean, my memory's rubbish anyway, and especially when you're trying to compare beers from when like 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, nah, you can't do it. You got to do it when what you've got in front of you. I think, I mean, I'm getting a really nice kind of milk chocolate thing going on with this, more than I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm getting more chocolate than I am caramel.
Yeah,
almost.
the caramel is. I mean, I think it's probably there, but it's very kind of being masked by this creamy kind of milk chocolate thing. I mean, it's a milk stout. I mean, all that kind of carry on. There's no oatmeal. Is there oatmeal in this? Oats in this.
Doesn't say.
Flaked oats. So yeah,
it does. That's right there, Pierre.
So yeah, I think that for me is together with this creaminess. This, I mean, it's a lovely velvety mouthfeel. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the mouthfeel is gorgeous.
It's amazingly light for a 6%.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
you don't think you're drinking a 6% with this one?
I mean, the other one was much heavier than this. I mean, I know it's a completely different style and whatnot, but this is it's very nice though. It's very luxurious, very decadent.
Yeah, definitely. I just think it's not delivering too much on the flavour overall, though.
No, it's very smooth. The mouth feels very smooth, very, as I already said. But then breaking it down, I'm not particularly picking up any kind of. I mean, it's there, but it's not what I was expecting. This sea salt caramel thing going on.
I'm picking up the salt. It's on like salty, but it's almost like slightly drying out my tongue, like sea salt water can do. But it's there. But I feel it more than I taste it.
Pour a little bit more in, and then give it another couple of twigs, and then sometimes the beer changes, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've not refrigerated this at all. It's at room temperature.
This was in the fridge just to try and calm it down with the transportation. I only got it yesterday, so it's got a dent in the can, a little dent there, but whatever. The date on this can was doesn't make any sense. Best before the 2nd of 2019, so February. I mean, a beer like this, 6%, you probably have it a little bit longer. There's nothing that's really going to fade, I would say, in this beer, but. I'm getting a little bit more. I'm getting a little bit more salt now as my palate's getting used to it.
I'm a little bit torn on this one. What is nice. You wouldn't turn this down. On cask, I could imagine it would be elevated a bit more, but flavour-wise,
this is on keg when I had it. So,
Okay. Flavor-wise, it's nice, but it could just do with a little bit more sort of oomph to it.
yeah.
Maybe a little bit more sweetness.
Yeah, the sweetness seems to have been lost slightly, considering it's been brewed with lactose, I think. Or they haven't used much lactose, I don't know. From my vague memory, it was a bit more sweeter than this, and there was a lot more of that caramel kind of saltiness coming through that made it really kind of more balanced. I think this is a little bit too, with the chocolate and stuff. I think this is a bit lacking for me personally in the caramel department.
Yeah, I would like that bit more, even if it was just like a brown sugar note. I'd like that sort of like muscovado.
Yeah, I got more of that on the aroma.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those. It promises. I wouldn't say like a hell of a lot more than it delivers, but it does promise more than it does deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But what is there is a really nice.
Oh, it's nothing. It's a lovely beer.
Yeah, indulgent 6% milk stout that's got a lovely body, but doesn't feel like a 6% beer because there's no harshness at all. I mean, you wouldn't expect any for a 6%er, but sometimes you do sometimes get that sort of like sort of like almost brandy that's had the alcohol burnt off. If you like cook with it or cook in sherry. But this, it's not really fruity at all. It is like a dessert sort of stout.
It's just super easy drinking. Never a 6% beer. You could almost think you could session that. I think it's one of them beers that there's stuff in there, but when you're trying to review it, it kind of you run out of things to explain it. But then if you're talking with people, it's one of them beers. You get in trouble with this one for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you had it on draft somewhere in your town or wherever in the UK, and I think you get in trouble for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's unfair to compare two beers, especially when one isn't being reviewed.
Don't compare.
But out of the stouts that came in the box, I think my favourite was the Tonkoko. Again, sounds like another Womble.
Jesus.
Which is also a milk stout, clocking in at 4.3%.
Yeah, I've yet to have that.
Which, for Joe, has coconut in there.
Wow, there you go.
And I think this could benefit from...
You had Joe at coconut, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I think this beer could benefit, even though it seems every brewery's going down this sort of like adjunct riddled sort of stout. I think just putting something else in there that would maybe accentuate or work well with the caramel and salt would just lift it a little bit more. And I know some people tend to go, oh, if it was an imperialized version, it would be so much better. I don't think they need to do that with this.
No,
they should keep doing it, because this is a lovely milk stout.
It's a milk stout, so you can't expect these imperialized type flavors in a milk stout. No. You have to think what the style is. As
a milk stout, it's a really good example of it.
Really good.
But it's not. I think when you read salted caramel,
you expect more. You expect more salt and caramel.
Yeah, you expect like you're eating like a piece of chocolate that's got salted caramel in there.
But what I will say is, when I had it in 2016, and I remember this, it's not my palate. It's nothing like this. It was much better than this.
Yeah.
It was amazing when I first tried it. I was like, wow, what is that? That is it's up there with say Wild Beer Co.'s Millionaire.
Yeah.
But this isn't.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know if you've had that one before.
Oh yeah, I've had that. I love that beer.
I've not reviewed it, but I will do eventually. But that is far superior. I know this is a can, and they do that in a bottle. But I've had the Millionaire in a bottle and on draft, and so yeah, I mean the can. This one's a slight letdown. I say they should salted chocolate milk stout. Probably would have been a better name.
Yeah.
As
opposed to, I think that's it. I think you've knit the nail. I was going to say knit the hail. I think you've hit the nail on the head with that statement. They should have just gone down a slightly different route with this one, because naming it the my brain's gone to mush. Naming it salted caramel, it doesn't totally deliver on salted caramel. Excuse me. But it's still a lovely beer. I mean, of course, if Craig comes back, we'll talk about it a little bit more. So I'll quickly read the comments that we've got since. So Greg would also like to be able to talk like a normal human being and not scream all the time, but not going to happen. I still actually need to watch the hangout you did last night and the Greg's beer birthday. Jesus Christ, Peter, talk properly, for God's sake. And then Joe continues to say, by the way, Peter, nitro cans of Jet Black Heart from Brewdog also showed up here recently. Have they yet for you? Yeah, I think you can only get them through Brewdog's website or one of their bars. And that's one of those ones where I'm not just going to buy a can. I'm buying a 4-pack, which I very seldom do. Isn't it funny how the only brewery that I rarely buy 4-packs of from is Brewdog? Not that I've got anything against Brewdog. In fact, it seems like I'm one of the few people who actually really quite enjoy Brewdog beers. But yeah, so I'll definitely be picking up the Nitro cans because they've released them properly now. Because I think it started off in the UK at least as sort of like an Equity for Punks exclusive type deal. But now that they've released it properly, I think it's a lot more widely available than it initially was. But yeah, so I'll have to get back to you on that one, Joe, because that'll be doing that in Elvis Juice in a double fisting live review, or triple fisting double. You know, you can overly sexualize it the way you want to, but yeah, if me, you, and Craig could all get hold of Elvis Juice and Jet Blackheart in Nitro cans, then that would be a really good little double feature for sure. All the fisting, exactly. So, because my co-host is away, I thought I'd take this opportunity to, even though I've only got 3 viewers at the time, so this is probably only relevant to people watching the stream afterwards. I thought, without letting people know about this beforehand, I would celebrate with a golden ticket. Yeah, you can tell why I've never hosted any competitions on my channel. But in my box that I got from Beer 52 today, or the other day, I got a couple of these in there. So these are golden tickets saying, congratulations, you found a golden ticket. The golden ticket entitles one of your friends to receive their first case of Beer 52 for free, with free postage and packaging. So I got 2 of these. I gave one to my good friend Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews because he's kindly sent me loads of beers since we've been doing live reviews together. Which, by the way, when I come back from Germany, expect something special already that I've already bought for Dean, but then probably a bit of Doppelbock action, because you can't go wrong with a bit of Doppel. But yeah, anyway, I can't carry a show. I really can't. But yeah, so I thought what I would do is, to make sure that people are actually watching my content, I would give this second free case of beer to the first person who uses the code, quite frankly. There's no rules. You don't even have to be a subscriber. You could just be watching this on the off chance. But as long as you are in time, and I will read it out because it's probably crap lighting and picture quality. But it's first come, first serve, ladies and gentlemen. You do have to be in the UK, though. I'll read you the T and C's before we continue. So, offer valid for new customers only. Cannot be used for delivery address already registered with Beer 52. After this free case, your friend will be a member of Beer 52 with future boxes, 8 beers, magazine, and snack, charged at £24 a month. No minimum commitment. Simply contact customer support to cancel anytime. 18 plus only. You better all be fucking 18 or over, because I'm not getting into trouble again. Promotion runs for 30 days. See website for full T&Cs. But yeah, if anybody wants this, then the code is, and I'll probably end up writing it in the description box anyway, AYLNA1. So you just go to Beer 52, and when you're signing up, type that in, and you get yourself a free box of beer from your favourite Uncle Peter. There you go. And Craig would steal it, but he got free tickets in his box.
Well, no, I had 2 already, and then that as well. So I've palmed 1 off already, and then yeah.
So Craig's gonna have a bit of a bamboozle at some point.
Yeah.
No, probably not. But yeah. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rod.
Sorry,
Rod.
I do that all the time. Sorry about cutting out. But,
oh God, no need to apologise. I think I managed to keep the show afloat enough. I was just basically trying to spread that out as much as possible. But yeah, hope all's good.
Yeah, all good. It's a good beer though. It's worth picking up.
It is good. It's worth giving a go, but just be a bit wary when you do actually get into it. But I don't think you'll be let down at all by the beer. It's solidly brewed enough and it's tasty enough. It's just promising a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And then there's also
slightly disappointed from when I first had it, but it's beer.
Exactly, it's beer, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
It can be in some cases, but not always. So, of course, I think Craig's going to be doing a review on his channel of the beer. So I won't ask him for the rating. But for me, I would still happily rate it quite highly, actually. I'd give that a 7.5 out of 10. It's just over that threshold of I would try that beer again. But yeah, really, really nice. The more I'm drinking it now, the more I'm sort of getting a slight coffee with a little bit of like a chocolate coffee syrup, because it's got that sort of like slight graininess you get from syrups when they've not been dissolved properly, if that makes sense. And then it comes through this really nice sort of cocoa powder bitterness. But yeah, all in all, it's a very solid, tasty beer. It just could be a little bit better, but definitely worth checking out. So, anything else to add to that beer, Craig?
No, it's just super easy drinking. In the can, at least. I mean, it could be a little bit better on draft. I'd say I need to try it again, kind of just sit on draft just to see where I am with things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good beer. I think generally it's a good beer. Unfortunately, this can not quite what I was expecting, but still very good.
Yeah, exactly. I think again you've hit the nail on the head with it. Just definitely worth having a go. And while you were gone, Joe, you've probably already read the comment, but Joe was asking about Jet Black Heart and the Nitro cans because they're now available
Right.
stateside.
I don't know where they're going to be.
I think you can only get them at this point from either the Brewdog website or the bar, because they were initially Equity for Punks
Right.
exclusives, but they have been made widely available now.
Right. Okay. I mean, I know they had them in. Is it Home Bargains? I think.
What, the Nitro cans?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not.
Why do
I'm
they
not
did
sure.
have Yeasty Boys at one point?
Yeah. Maybe they're in. I know they can get them in bottles in Sainsbury's,
Yeah.
but I don't think you can get cans. But we can get them in bottles. So.
Yeah, I don't think the Nitro's fully made its way to the
It could be in
supermarket.
it could be in certain areas of the UK, but you know, supermarkets are like sometimes you can get this in bottles, and I can get it in cans, and vice versa, or not at all. Or it's kind of weird how it works. Supermarkets in the UK between them all.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like the other day, they're trying to get Young's double chocolate stout. It's a nightmare. It's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like one of these
so it's
classic
like one of them.
British beers.
It's just bad the way the beer works. Then sometimes you can get something really kind of half rare, and it's like it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
goes.
you can get some of the Trappist beers in supermarkets now.
Yeah.
Not that really appeals to me too much, but for review's sake,
I think Waitrose have just added several new lines to their portfolio. But yeah.
It's a great thing in general, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah,
but out of two, I prefer the first one. So.
Yeah, the first one is my pick of the two, and I think it is my pick of the box so far, without going too much into detail about the ones I've drank already. But yeah, so I'm very, very satisfied with that. In fact, my whole experience with the Beer 52 box this time and last time around, very, very positive. So I won't lie, I got a little bit tiny apprehensive about Beer 52 with some of the boxes that they released. The Irish one was okay, but yeah, it would be nice to have stuff like Whiplash in there, since they're making some big waves. But yeah, the Hops Project and the Can of the Year box, really good so far. And then, of course, next time we've got the South African box, which is going to be really quite interesting. But yeah, if you're interested in the Beer 52, then I'll be sure to put not only my referral link, but Craig's referral link in the description down below. And of course, to anybody who wants to claim themselves a free box, there's the code, and I'll quickly read it again. So it's AYLNA1. So you get yourself a free box and free postage. And of course, you can cancel the contract pretty much straight away. So don't let that put you off.
Indeed.
But,
unless you live in Buffalo, New York.
Exactly.
Then you're SOL.
Oh yes, definitely. But yeah, so I think we're going to call it there.
Okay.
And big thank you to Craig for not only joining me tonight, but also sparing us on to do it tonight, because I was just going to casually sit back and enjoy the Patrons project, but then Craig suggested.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, let's do it, and I'm glad that I did. So I will probably end up reviewing these separately, so look out for those in the future. That'd be interesting to see if my perception changes of the beers. But yeah, that's it. Go check out Craig. All his social media and YouTube channel will be down below. I do like to promote the good stuff. And I'm not going to give Joe's channel a shout out because he gets more viewers than me, and he's got. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, Tangelo, and yeah, and he called you a motherfucker, Craig. So
That's good. I like compliments.
exactly, that's such a nice, caring thing to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you to all the comments, even Joe. And to anybody watching this after when it's uploaded, your thoughts, opinions, always appreciated as well. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. Sorry, Greg.
It's funny we're just about to go and then we get 5 viewers.
Yeah, exactly. See, I was initially going to wait until we reached 5 before I announced the code, but
the golden 5.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how we get excited about getting like at least 5 viewers?
Oh, you're peaking.
But some YouTubers, they've got like thousands waiting before a live stream even begins.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
Yeah, it's not as good. I appreciate each and every one of those 5 people a lot more than that person appreciates.
Indeed, that's where
the average Joe public.
Yeah. So. Anyway, it's good.
Yeah, I think I waffled on for way too long now.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me, Craig. And hopefully you'll join us next time. Cheers, guys.